Let's do it. Start.
Hey guys, welcome back to College Bros with Zach and Zoe here. I'm sorry, I forgot how to do this. I've been gone for like 2 weeks. Sorry guys, this is I apologize for this late video. I want to say it was my fault, but it wasn't this time. It wasn't. It was his fault.
Yes, but sorry about that, guys.
He got fired. Oh man.
But today we're gonna talk about the Rising Shield Hero. We weren't able to record last week, but we're gonna do both videos today. And honestly, on both episodes, I mean, last week's episode was really good. This week's episode was all right. So we're really not gonna get into that much about this week's episode because I didn't feel it. It didn't have that much. It did have a lot of information. It did have, but we just have a lot of information on the previous episode that we didn't hit.
Look, guys, I want to say one thing. I know I'm bad at this. I've been hyping up Shield Hero for him.
Oh, and guys, do not watch the theme song. It spoils a lot of things. Avoid this new theme song. It basically spoils this whole arc.
Oh yeah, it's for this. Yeah, and then the last theme song spoiled that arc.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this theme song is for this arc. I'm assuming each arc is like 4 or 5 episodes. So this new arc is this spoiler. Like this theme song ruins this arc. But avoid the theme song if you guys could. I mean, it doesn't really do too much spoilers, not like the previous one. But just avoid it until you finish the arc.
After seeing this theme song, though, I feel like after this arc is over, watch the theme song, and it's gonna be like, wow, this arc just got better. It just made the arc better.
Yeah, and guys, this anime just gets better. It gets better and better. But
I've been hyping it up for him a lot just so you can go into it again.
But let's get started on it. From last week's episode, a couple of things that we got from the anime and from the light novel. It skipped a lot of the things, and it has to because of the fast pace, and we understand. But going back into last week's episode, there's a couple of parts that skipped that I feel are important, especially if you guys are into the anime just like us and just looking for extra information. But let's start with the whole Melty and the Shield Hero. They're together they're traveling, and even though it looks like a couple of minutes, a couple of like hours, they're together for a couple of days. And not only a couple of days, but they've had their previous history from the last time they met, and they've been traveling for I can say weeks, like possibly weeks already.
Yeah. Well,
compare from this time and the last time. So let's compare both times. It's weeks.
Well,
right?
if we do some math, I want to say months.
Yeah. So that's why there's a relationship there, and that's why when the Mr. Nice, or when the nobleman was like, you changed so much, and if you guys don't understand why, that's why, because they've actually been together for a long time. Not just for this short period of time that we see in the anime. In the light novel, they're together for a long time. That's why. And saying all of that, when the princess was being attacked and it looked like she was going to be killed, they in the light novel they gave us a lot more information. So yes, she was going to be killed by the guard. They were that little magic ball was recording everything, and apparently they have great Photoshop skills, because they turned those faces into evil faces. Did you know that? I really like the little bird's angry face. I mean, which angry faces did you guys like? You?
I don't know.
I mean, you were saying the Shield Hero, like his eyes are like so mean.
Like no, it didn't match.
They made him look really mean, guys.
I'm gonna put it up here, but look, this doesn't match.
Yeah, and like so, we get that part, and I was really upset on last week's episode because they didn't show that epic fight. There was an epic fight between the Spear and the Shield Hero, and there was just so many fight scenes that were just cut out, and honestly, they should have gave us those fight scenes. There was a point in the episode where the Shield Hero was trying to fight off the Spear Hero, that he actually sealed them in that Iron Maiden thing, and while it was going into the air, the Spear Hero and the Sword Hero attacked at the same time and destroyed it. But he wasn't gonna kill him; he was just gonna scare him in the in the light novel. But the other heroes, they didn't know at the moment what was going on. So that whole scene, I think that was a really a real impactful scene, and they should have put it in the anime. No, like what do you think? Because wouldn't you guys want to see the Shield Hero versus the Spear Hero Part 2 again? Like,
I wonder if we're gonna get. Nah, I'm not gonna talk. I'm just gonna shut up.
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah,
spoil
yeah,
it.
don't spoil anything.
I spoil things easily.
so guys, after this whole like the Shield Hero Spear Hero fight, and I'm telling you guys, it was epic. He pulled out the Rage Shield. He put him. He basically dominated him, and the other heroes had to basically step in and save. If he was trying to kill the Spear Hero, he could have killed him in that one part of the book. But again, the other heroes didn't know what was going on. They stepped in, broke the Iron Maiden kind of thing, but he wasn't gonna kill him at the end. Anything you want to add on to it?
No, I was like really into that.
Okay.
So
So from there, guys, after this whole fight scene, Philo gets that one gauntlet thing on her leg. I was gonna try to pick up my leg and but I realized that I'm not that
and
flexible.
they're not gauntlets; they're just bracers, I think.
No,
It's just those wrist things. It's not the cuffs.
It's a little cuff. It's a cuff that
It nullifies monster forms or special abilities, I guess. And that's why it brought her back to her human form.
And apparently, the Spear Hero with the first princess, they from the first time they he saw Philo, he already knows all her abilities because homeboy got kicked. So he knows what to expect from Philo. So he actually an alchemist.
Yeah,
is that how you say it?
They went to an alchemist to do all that.
Yeah, the alchemist made him a special little cuff to not only reduce all her powers, but forces her to go back into the human form because the Spear Hero wants that form for himself. Because the Spear Hero right now thinks that by killing the Shield Hero, he can keep Philo to himself. That's what he's thinking. Because he's a
if he's under the impression that she's being brainwashed.
And he wants her.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's obsessed with her.
So. Yeah, he's obsessed with her and Raftalia.
He's a real he's like a real lolicon.
Yeah, he's a real lolicon. And guys, this is what. Let's say the Spear Hero ends up let's say the Spear Hero kills the Shield Hero. Okay, he kills him. He will then take both slaves under him. The big princess will kill the little princess, and not only that, she will straight up kill the little ones, the two little girls, because she wants the Spear Hero for himself. She did that in a couple of other episodes. They didn't bring it up in the anime, but there was a really attractive, super cute adventurer that wanted to join the party that didn't have the princess permission. At the end of the day, when the Spear Hero went to sleep, do you remember this part?
Yeah, I remember that part.
The princess invited her to go out to go get. I don't remember. It was to go to a bar or somewhere else.
It was like this. Motoyasu let them go off on their own while he was doing his own thing, and they told her, you know what, let's go to a spa. So they took her, but the thing is, she's wearing cuffs as they're walking to the spa. And the thing is...
Oh, I know. I think they tricked her into the handcuffs. And she doesn't know what's going on, but they take her to a slave trader, make her into a slave, and get rid of her. Because no one can have the Spear Hero besides the princess. Because she has this... And guys, the Spear Hero... Remember when he opened up the book and he was reading... The Spear Hero...
You mean the Shield Hero opened the book?
Yeah. Thank you. The Shield Hero, in the beginning he opened up the book, it talked about each hero except for him. It said the Spear Hero was what?
He was very trustworthy and he loved his friends. Yeah. Always with his friends.
So, in other words, he's really dumb, and you can't say he's in love with her, but she has him he's
just an idiot who's easily fooled.
Yeah, and he sees her oh, you know what it is, guys? She spoils him so much because she's the princess that he can't decide if it's this special treatment makes him feel so special that he does anything for the princess. That's why he's so brainwashed by the princess, because when you give someone a lot of gifts, they get used to it. So that's what I'm thinking. But the Spear Hero, is a nice guy, but he's just dumb.
He's an idiot.
He's an idiot, but he's a nice guy.
But he's gonna like later on. I hope he changes.
Yeah,
I hope they change that. Like I hope we book more character for all of them.
Yeah, and you know that's one thing. Like I honestly like the anime is being rushed so far. I mean, they can break it up into a couple of seasons. They're probably maybe do 2-3 seasons out of it. But honestly, they can make this like a One Piece kind of thing. They can make this like 1,000 episodes. But it's a lot of character buildup. But after the whole Spear Hero, Shield Hero fight, you know, it goes. Oh, you know what? I skipped a big part. Right before the princess gets killed. Oh, supposedly gets killed. The Shield Hero actually fights all of those guys, catches half of them, the other half escape. He tortures, not like doesn't like you know physically torture them, but he actually gets the religious. These are all religious fanatics from the Church of the Three Heroes. So, as they're fanatics, as any other like religion, if you grab any anyone's religion, and if you do anything to Catholics use the cross. You can't disrespect the cross because then Catholics are going to be angry. The Jewish people have the star. You can't offend the star. So because religious has just so much power. So these fanatics are church members of the sword, bow, and spear. These guys are doing everything for the church. So they're just fanatics. They're all. And then that's what we find out from the book. It didn't bring it up in the anime. It only showed the little symbol, but that little symbol it only showed. But what he did to torture the guys was he took the symbol, dropped on the floor because and before I continue with the torture, he did hit them. I believe he did beat them, and they wouldn't talk. He did try to do some kind of physical torture to them, but it wouldn't work. Like and I'm not like saying nails in the fingernail. I think just just scaring them kind of like thing.
I don't think nothing means that.
I know,
cool,
just like because when you say
Western torture,
when you say torture, there's different kind of tortures. There's people that pull your nails, people that insert things, and
you watch too many torturing shows, dude.
But so the way he tortures him to get some of the information is he grabs the religious symbol, drops it on the floor, and let's say it's on the floor. He uses his foot. And he's like, oh. And every single time he goes like this, the guy freaks out and he's like, okay, he gives him a little information. It doesn't give him that much, but he's like, and at one point he just like steps on it, right?
Yeah.
And like the other guy loses it. But he did get information from that guy, and they didn't show that on the anime. I understand why they didn't show it on the anime. It makes sense. I wish they would have showed that. I wish they would have showed the fight. And that whole fire scene. That whole fire scene's a lot bigger. Like, a lot bigger, guys. But
I thought it took down a town, too.
Yeah, in the anime, they only kept it to the top of the mountain, but that thing spread. Like, it did a lot of damage, and it was all the princess's idea. The princess...
It's like, the more the more you watch, the more you hate her.
Yeah, and and honestly, like, guys, I don't want to go... I'm not going to go into spoilers, because I just finished basically this arc in the light novel. That's why I know it's only a few episodes. But before we go on to the next episode, it's just this religious, the sword, bow, and spear again. And this is no spoilers because I'm not that far ahead in the light novel. But when did they remove the shield? Who removed the shield? And why did they remove the shield? Or was it ever a for religion?
I honestly have no idea.
Oh, okay. So, guys, do we have any theories why it was removed? I mean,
I have a theory already, but I can't tell you the theory. So
it's not a theory because
it's
a spoiler.
It's spoiler.
So it's not a theory. So
catch us, I can tell you.
No, it's not a theory because it's a spoiler. A theory is something that you don't know about.
Yeah, I don't know about it yet. I have my own idea.
Guys, he just said he's gonna spoil it. So
no, because it includes some information.
You're not allowed to talk anymore. I'm sorry. But jumping on to the next episode, guys, I liked it. I just really liked it. It was nice. It didn't have the light novel didn't have that much like important information that I thought it was important for that episode, but I really enjoyed it. And one thing actually, the Shield hero does give the nobleman, the nice guy, he gives him a name, like a nickname, but he doesn't like it. Just like mentally, he's always like Mr. Nice Guy.
Do we get we don't get most of his personal thoughts, huh?
Yeah, guys, like, and that's one thing in the anime. I'm sorry, in the light novel, we get a lot of his personal thoughts. We get a lot of the things that he thinks about, and we're not getting that on the anime.
Yeah,
and honestly,
he has a nickname for everybody.
Yeah, he has a nickname for everybody, and I'm not allowed to say the nickname of the princess. Well, you know what? The princess, he calls her a female dog during the whole time in the light novel. From ever since after episode 1. That's all he calls her. That's all he that's her name. And that's why he doesn't call the princess by her name. He calls her by princess too, because he still doesn't know who he can trust. He doesn't know if she set up this trap. He doesn't know if the king set up the trap. He doesn't know if it's the big princess. He doesn't even know if the queen set up. At the moment, he doesn't know if he can trust the little princess. That's why he's calling her princess too. But eventually, throughout last week's episode and this week's episode, she proved herself, and it didn't, and like, you guys wouldn't see it if you're only in the anime, but she does prove herself in the light novel, you know, by helping out in a couple little battles. She does fight with them in a couple little things, you know. She does she mostly knows water magic, right? Yeah, water magic. So she mostly does water magics, and I think her big sister does fire magic. So I mean, besides today's episode, I mean, honestly, guys, like, today's episode, because I already know what's coming the next episode, was for me a waste of time episode.
I liked it.
Well, no, it was a good episode.
Oh man, like.
But if I consider this episode a waste of time, next week's episode is gonna be.
No, I feel like next week's episode is gonna be big, but it's not gonna be as big as the episode after.
Oh yeah, guys, look. It's like a snowball. It just gets better. It's like a snowball going downhill. It just, you know, it gets bigger and fatter. This thing just gets better and better, guys.
Just so you guys know, that's how I told him Shield Hero was. That's how I had to explain to him, because like, he's a mongolito.
But guys, like, honestly, I honestly wish they would have shown that the Spear Hero versus the Shield Hero fight.
It's not just that. I wish they would show. If like just more, like I want to see more already. I want to see it, like I want to see all the how every character is built up already.
Yeah, because
I'm getting impatient.
Well, we get character buildups on the Spear Hero, the Sword Hero, and the bow. We get little character buildups. I 5 volumes in, I already know their personalities. I already know how the Bow Hero is. I already know how the Sword Hero is, and we all know how the Shield Hero is, and I know how the Spear Hero is. I wish the anime would like give us that information. But if you guys want us to make a little side video, we'll try to figure out how to not to do spoilers, but we can give you little extra information on the other heroes. That way you guys know their attitudes. And at the moment, the Spear Hero, we know he's a womanizer. He's a pervert and he's dumb.
If you didn't get that, okay, I'm sorry. Then I don't know what anime you're watching, but
yeah,
you probably thought he was Sanji.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah. So, if you guys want more information on the other characters, let us know, because we have it.
Yeah, I actually know most of volume 1 through volume 12 by memory.
So we'll leave it here, guys. Let us know.
Actually, can I ask you one question? I mean,
yeah.
In the light novel, I'm understanding they're saying Mr. Nofumi. In here, I'm hearing Master.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
that's been bothering me for the longest time.
One complaint I have about the show and the light novel.
I like how he didn't answer the question.
Yours doesn't matter. Mine does.
Yeah, it matters for me.
No, well, you don't matter in general.
Oh, so, man.
Guys, the one thing that's been bugging me is every single time a magic caster fights, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I like it. How do they say it?
No, that's not this anime though.
No, this is.
Oh yeah, it's this anime. They tell you the incantation.
So, okay, can you say one of the incantations?
And the only ones I know is from the.
Just say one. Doesn't matter.
I don't remember now.
From the source of my power.
From the source of my power, I, the Shield Hero, call forth upon you.
Airstrike Shield. Yeah.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah. Okay.
Iron Maiden.
Okay. So, guys, it gets when there's a fight between the shield with a magic caster and the spear with his and like I don't know if the enemy's gonna do it, but in the book,
Oh my God.
every minute you would either read or hear the
No.
source of my power, the source of my
Yeah, the
power.
source of my power. It's like the incantation. You hear one as soon as he'll cast it. You would hear me saying the source of my power, saying the full
It's,
incantation.
basically, it's not if you're the stronger mage. It's if you can say source of my power faster.
If you can say the incantation faster, you win.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's my only complaint.
But yeah, no.
But I like it. I like how it sounds.
Because no, I like when they say it. Because,
But I don't like it when you hear it 100 times in the same hour.
Oh yeah, but I like it when that way you know what ability they're using because in the book you can't see it.
Oh yeah.
So that's probably why they're doing it.
Yeah, and
In the anime, they're
because-
probably not gonna do it.
Yeah, because in the book, when the water, water, my power, water, fire, shield hero.
You know, I like the fact that he's annoyed right now because they get longer. I don't think that's a spoiler. So
No, that's not a
they
spoiler.
just get longer.
Yeah, like each person has a different incantation, and some of these guys, like one of the last guys, like I swear they had like 20 words before you can cast the spell. But here, pass me the cat.
I know. I wanted to pet him.
Guys, this is one of our cats, Gilgamesh.
Yeah,
As you guys know, we got that name from an anime.
Oh
But
man,
we're gonna
if you can guess which anime, you win.
and we'll leave it at that,
You can
guys.
pet Gilga.
And just let us know who your favorite hero is so far. Mine is the spear hero. I'm ashamed. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I'm still. And he's gone. Guess I'm out too then. Who's turned off?
You turn it off.
That's not my job. Oh man. Also, guys, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, leave a like. Also, I'm gonna leave our info for what's that thing called? Instagram. There we go. Thanks, guys, for watching.